In this video, I will tell you what we need for setting up our campaigns on uh, all networks. That means on both Google, Bing, Pinterest, and Snapchat. Also, guys, in this section, let's say, we will also cover creating campaigns on those networks, and then you would have additional campaigns in another chapter of this training. So in this chapter, we will only create one campaign as an example on all networks, and then, like I said, additional campaigns will be added. And honestly, guys, campaigns will be added, also in months to come, because uh, when I'm testing something, it's completely okay with me to record the process and to give you campaign so you can try. Like I said, you can always put your own twist, and uh, ideally we would share results, I would share my results anyway, guys. I will tell you what I tried and how it worked anyway. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you that this setup that I'm doing right now is a really simple one. All we need is AWS account. Ideally, you would use T2 small instance, not T2 micro. Small instance will have 1 gigabyte of RAM more than micro. Micro is liable for free tier, but sometimes micro can be laggy, and you will waste definitely a few more minutes when creating your campaign, because RDP will be slow. So after we create our RDP, then we will create emails, guys, and we will use those emails for our accounts, like I said, Google, Bing, Pinterest, and Snapchat. For creating those emails, we will use both Firefox and Google Chrome, and we will install only 2 plugins. You can add more plugins if you want, honestly, but I tested the setup with 2 plugins, uh, and yeah, they work fine. All those plugins are replaceable, guys. You don't need to use exact plugins like I did, but like I said, the point is that yeah, we will need them, and there is entire video dedicated to that. So I'm just telling you now what we will uh, do in this setup anyway. So like I said, then we will create email addresses, and honestly, guys, uh, let's say for everything except Bing, we don't need SOC 5 at all. Uh, we will just use IP of AWS. Okay, like I said, everything will be explained in details for each network. I'm just telling you how the setup looks like an overview. Okay, uh, once we created our email addresses, guys, we would wait. That is part of the process, at least that is how I'm doing things. So we will not create account immediately and then add a payment method immediately. I think it's okay to let some time pass. Also, guys, that is not necessary, I believe, for Snapchat and Pinterest. I would only wait for Google and Bing, but then again, you don't need to wait also if you don't want to. Honestly, you can try whatever you want. I will literally tell you how I'm doing this. And the part of the setup is also creating 2 Google Ads and 2 Bing accounts on same RDP. one account will be created on Firefox, second account will be created on Google Chrome, or vice versa, doesn't matter. So the whole point is we will have two Bing accounts and two Gmail accounts on same RDP. One will be on Firefox, one will be on Chrome. We can save, like details, so when we're logging in, we'll always be remembered in the system. That's completely fine. You don't need to use private window. Also, guys, when it comes to Snapchat, we will create only one Snapchat account, because one payment method can create, if you're using card, for example, you can create only one Snapchat account. For Bing and Google, we will create two with same payment method. Keep in mind, guys, that if you're linking same payment method, let's say on Google, on two accounts, if something happens to one of your accounts, let's say that you had payment method error, suspicion payment, like you will see, if that happens, you will see like a red, like message, that is underlined in red, and you can contact them, like definitely. But let's say that happened on one of your accounts, keep in mind that your second account will be affected. But like I said, if everything is fine, you can run both accounts. And when it comes to Bing, I just want to tell you, like I said, there will be separate video for each, like network. But when it comes to Bing, I would age Bing. I would not basically try to run campaign on Bing immediately, because what can happen is they can try to charge you prematurely. Like Bing has $50 threshold, but sometimes they will charge you after only $20 was spent, and yeah, that can also block the card, and like that can be harmful, like for our, let's say, Google Ads accounts. So I'm using cards for this setup, and you will add same card to Bing, Google, Pinterest, and Snapchat. Like I said, on Pinterest, we can add also, like same card, Snapchat also, but I would focus on Google first, guys, and then also I would wait for Bing, like maybe even 10 plus days, just to be sure that I finished with Google, that I spent, like my threshold and coupon, and then even if Bing tries to bill me prematurely, like the main, like network, which is definitely Google, is not affected. Google will give us, guys, 350 threshold and $100 coupon. That is 450. We can create two accounts on same RDP with same payment method. So one on Firefox, one on Google Chrome. So two different browsers, and it will be completely fine. And that is total of $900, guys. Then when it comes to Bing, $50 threshold, $100 coupon, same thing, two accounts, one on Mozilla Firefox, another on Google Chrome, 300 total, that is 1200 combined, for Google and Bing. And then we would have Pinterest account. They also give $100 coupon if you follow the link. I have that link I will give you, so you can like sign up via that link. And the coupon that I have is get $100 when you spend 30, and Snapchat has also promotion that is get $150 when you spend 50. Those promotions are changing right now. It's like I told you, that can change, but they always have some promotion, don't worry. So Pinterest has more than $100 threshold, and plus $100 coupon, that is more than 200 from Pinterest that we can spend. And for Snapchat, 150 coupon and more than $100 from threshold, that is let's say 250 plus. So when we combine that, let's say 250 plus 200, that is 450 plus 1200. Yeah, like I said, it's like, I think, um, more than 1500, definitely more than 1600, but it doesn't matter, guys. Like I said, like, uh, I would I would focus on Google first, and also keep in mind that Snapchat can also sometimes try to bill you prematurely. Same thing as Bing, you would spend only 15, 20, $60 and they will try to charge. Threshold is bigger than that. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys, but it is what it is. So definitely I would leave Snapchat and Bing, like, for later. I would focus on definitely Google first. Uh, Most of the traffic is on Google, guys. $900 that we can spend on two accounts that we can have on same RDP. So 350 threshold, $100 coupon times two, right? And yeah, we can overspend also, guys. We were in this coaching, I showed you that we were increasing the budget. So let's say we have $100 budget on Google Ads, and we spend $320 from threshold, and it will not stop, guys, like exactly at 350 when it comes to threshold if we have a higher budget. So it will overspend. So that $450 can easily be around $500. So yeah, I'm just trying to explain that you can definitely spend more than 1500, definitely, but you need to follow the strategy that I told you. Don't risk with Bing and Snapchat prior to basically doing everything that you can on Google, honestly. Um, and that would be, this is just an overview how our setup looks like. We work only from one RDP, just to different browsers. And like I said, for Google, Pinterest, and Snapchat, we don't need SOX 5. We only need it for Bing, and we only need it for Bing when we are adding payment method. We don't need it later. So we basically just need to log into Bing once via SOC, and then that's it, guys. After payment is accepted, you don't need to use uh, SOC again. For Bing, you will continue to work from IP address of AWS of your instance. So yeah, setup is really simple, but you will see in this setup that I like to warm up my Google and Bing. Like I said, you don't need to follow exactly my steps. You can try to find your own, like path. You can tweak certain things, but I showed you everything in details, and literally, guys, you will have zero issues, like to follow this. Literally, I didn't skip anything, like every step is shown. And yeah, that's it for this overview, like introduction video to this chapter. And uh, you'll see that basically, like I said, examples in these chapters, in this chapter is not, like all. You will find more campaign examples in another chapter. I just wanted to, let's say, create one campaign just to show you the process, how long will I wait, stuff like that. And yeah, that campaign that was created for each network, it's just a random campaign, guys. Like I said, there will be more examples. And I will also update you when it comes to campaigns, like, because I'm testing campaigns all the time. And guys, like I said, I'm not scared of saturation or anything, and I know how those platforms work. They're all same, guys. You need to always change something on your landing page, so don't copy exactly, like, and you don't need to change a lot, honestly. You just need to change a few things, like especially if you're working from uh, online page builders like ClickFunnels, Sunbounce, Wix, Weebly, whatever you like to use. And yeah, that's it, guys. Like I said, setup is really simple. I like to warm up my accounts, uh, and Google is number one, definitely, guys. And your priority should be Google, you know. So you should try to spend your 900 plus from Google first, and then you should start worrying about other platforms and campaigns. And also, guys, once you created a campaign that is running on Google, that is like accepted, for sure that all other platforms will accept that campaign also. That is also like a simple rule that you can follow. So yeah, work with Google first, leave Bing and Snapchat, like last, because of that thing with trying to build prematurely. And everything else you will see in following videos in great detail. I just wanted to give you overview in the beginning.